Hello and welcome to your Tuesday Power Yoga Core. My name is Martine from Aero Center Fitness. Hope everyone's doing really well today. Before we get started, we just need to go over a couple of things. So if you are new to yoga, new to exercise, or just before beginning any exercise, make sure you've gotten the 2 thumbs up all clear from a physician. Especially if you have any known medical conditions and or are pregnant. The next thing I want to mention is if you feel faint or dizzy at any time, please stop. And we are unable to assume any liability or injury for any incident occurring from your practice today with me. So we're going to flow. We are going to breathe together, and hopefully you can hear me over the music. I'm trying to figure the volume thing out, but I thought it was better than nothing. So without further ado, let's begin. So I'd like you to start in child's pose. Keeping your knees slightly apart, feet together, reach the arms out. And you just want to breathe. And notice how good it feels to take deep, full, complete breaths here. Create space across the upper back as you spread your fingers and press down into the ground. Okay, let's give it a little shift from side to side. Oh, and you keep holding your child's pose. I'm going to quickly go on Do Not Disturb here because we do not want to be disturbed. There we go. Come up onto all fours. You're just going to wag your tail, shifting your hips over from side to side. Hold for just a moment. Take the upper body around in circles. Let's get the wrists ready. We are definitely going to be moving and grooving today in our yoga practice. Curl the toes under here. Let's lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. And I want you to think about pressing the back of your knees. Hi, Daniela, to the back of the room. Come on in, come on in. We're going to hold here for quite a while. I just want you to feel the weight of your body shift back. Hands are about shoulder width apart. Fingertips are definitely spread as you press down into the meaty part of the palm of your hand. Lift high up onto your toes now. And then you can start to just drop one heel down towards the floor, creating a little bit more mobility or flexibility rather in the back of your legs. Lift up nice and high. Now drop the heels down. Work on matching the length of your inhale to the length of your exhale. Look up in between your hands. We're going to transition into a plank position. So you can always drop down onto your knees as you know. You're going to point your toes and shift your body weight forward. Slowly lower it all the way down towards the floor. Uncurl your toes. All right, from there, you are going to come into upward facing dog. And then drop down onto your stomach. Moving the hands back just a little further so that the elbows are directly on top of your wrists. You're gonna inhale, press into upward dog, belly button to spine, lower it down. And again, inhale to lengthen, shoulders away from the ears, and lower it back down. One more time. Exhale to lower. From here, curl the toes under, lift the knees off the floor. Big exhale, push up into your plank, back into downward facing dog. Hold and breathe, looks good. Come high up onto your toes from here, bend your knees, step or hop forward to the front of your space. Big toes are together, heels are slightly apart. You're gonna exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Last two, inhale, lengthen. Exhale to fold. Hold here. Press into those shins. Inhale, come all the way back up. Palms come to touch. Good. Take a deep breath in. You're going to move your hands, or sorry, your feet rather, hip width apart. And exhale, fold. Grab onto your elbows this time. And you are going to hang like a rag doll. Hi, Ina. Welcome, welcome. So you're going to allow gravity to do its job. Lengthen your spine, nod your chin. Hollow out those abdominals, so scoop the belly button in. Release the hands. Inhale, come all the way back up. Palms come to touch. Exhale, hands are by your side. Come back up with your big toes together, heels slightly apart. Inhale, hands are up. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, step back into your plank. Lower it down nice and easy. While you're here, uncurl your toes. Keep the upper back working, belly button pulling in towards your spine. You're going to lift one leg and then the other leg. So you're working your glutes and your hamstrings here. Keep the belly button lifting in towards the spine. One more per leg. Perfect. Curl the toes. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale to look up. Bend your knees and bring the feet all the way up towards the front of your mat. And exhale, fold. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale, hands are by your side. Let's go through a flow again one more time. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, step back into plank. Lower down slowly, chaturanga. So, shoulders forward past the wrists. Inhaling, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. You're going to look up in between your hands, and on your inhale, you're going to jump your feet together. See if I can do this. Open your knees out, and the hands come over onto the inside. If you can, get the palms flat down onto the floor. Go for it. You're going to walk those arms out as far as you can. See if you can aim those heels down towards the floor. So you can see I've opened my toes apart, making a little V shape. Walk the hands out and get those knees as far apart as possible. Drop your head. Breathe into your upper back. Walk the hands back in, straighten the legs, step back into downward dog. Looking up in between your hands, you're going to bend your knees. Inhale, step, hop, or jump the feet all the way up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, arms are by your side. Perfect. Take your feet about hip width apart. Cool you're gonna reach the right arm up towards the ceiling as the left arm goes down your leg. Look up towards that hand. On the exhale, reach over to the left. So a little bit of a side bend here. Keep the abs squeezing in as you reach that left arm to be parallel, perhaps. You can keep that hand down, of course. Come all the way up and release. Other side, reach it up. Go for the opposites here. So right hand down, left arm reaches up, and reach it over. Bringing the arms to be parallel, if that's an option for you. And come all the way out of it. Arms right back to where they came from. Inhale again. Exhale, fold. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, step back into plank and hold your plank. Transition into a side plank on your knee or on your toes. Arm reaches up. You can stay here on your hand or on your elbow as well. We'll be here for another 5 breaths. Can you push those hips forward and smile, of course. Lift your hips away from the floor. And on your next exhale, return that left hand down to the ground, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, plank. Other side. Right arm reaches up. Lift and hold. Actively press down into that elbow or your hand. Get the shoulder moving away from your ear. Hold and breathe. Hopefully you're starting to sweat. Exhale to look down. Return the right hand down as you look up in between your hands. Bend your knees. We're going to step, hop, or jump the feet about shoulder width apart. And you're going to crouch down once again, just like we did earlier. So see if you can get those heels close together. Hands flat on the floor. Ideally getting the heels down. But if that is troublesome, don't you worry about it. Get the knees out to the sides as much as you can. Arms reach out once again. Upper back completely rounded as you breathe into that space between your shoulder blades. Walk the hands back in underneath your shoulders. Hips are lifting up. Hold. Bring your feet hip width apart if they're not there already, and slowly roll it up. Amazing. Okay, feet together. Inhale, chair pose. Hold this for 5 breaths. So gazing up towards the fingers. Pull the rib cage down towards your hips. Inner thighs squeeze together. And we're breathing slowly. So notice if your breath is shortened, right? You want to try and control. Last 2. And on your next exhale, hands are down, fold. Inhaling, flat back. So good. Exhale. Step back and lower slowly. Triceps are working. Inhale, upward dog. Lovely. Exhale, downward dog. Left heel turns in, right foot steps forward. Inhale, warrior 1. Hold here for 5 breaths. Sink into that front knee. See if you can get that thigh parallel. Now let's see about turning that left hip forward, right? So right now my hips are turned to the side. I'm gonna try and angle them forward as much as possible. So be kind to yourself if you're feeling tight. Hold. Good, keep bending, 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 bending. Yes, you can. Push that back heel down to the floor. On your exhale, hands are down. You're gonna straighten that front leg, take a little bow. Get right into the back of your right hamstring. Transfer the hands over to the inside of your foot as you wiggle back into plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhaling, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. This time the right heel turns in and the left foot steps forward. Inhale, warrior one. Good stuff. And again, we're trying to square the hips, bend into that front knee, and breathe. Can you press into the outer edge of your right heel while trying to internally rotate your right leg? Hips are staying square. Put my phone in a new place today and I keep forgetting where I'm supposed to look. Go ahead and bend in another 2 inches. As you exhale, hands come down. You're going to straighten that front leg for a moment as you bow down towards your front leg. Hands on either side of that front foot. All right, I don't know if you can see. I've taken my right foot rather. I've lifted my heel up towards the ceiling. I'm going to come high onto my toes so that I can bring my left knee to my chest, transitioning back into downward facing dog. And hold and breathe once again. Look up in between those hands. You're going to take your right leg all the way up towards the ceiling. Bend your knee. Just like we're doing cat pose, you're going to round your upper back as you bring your knee in towards your chest and swing that right foot forward. Wiggle your back foot. Inhale, crescent lunge. Reach up and back, stretch the front of your left hip. Exhale, hands are down to either side of your front foot. Kick that left leg up off the floor. One-legged forward bend. Lift that left leg up as high as you can, keeping the abs engaged. If you want more, that right hand comes behind your right leg and you pull. Bringing yourself a little closer to that front leg. Squeeze the belly button in. You guys are doing great. Inhale, flat back. Bend into that front knee gently. Anticipate the floor. Gently tap the left foot back. Stepping back into downward dog. Left leg comes up. Bend your knee. Lift high onto the right foot. Round your upper back as you slowly bring that knee in and gently step it forward. Kick your right leg up off the floor. Slowly bend into that standing leg. Anticipate the floor. Inhale, crescent lunge. This time the left leg is forward. And exhale, step your feet together at the front of your space. All right, good stuff. Step back with one foot so that you can still see me. Outer edges of the feet are parallel. Deep breath in. And then exhale, you fold at the hips. So your feet are pointing in the same direction, pressing into the inner edges of your feet. All right, we want to keep the ankles safe so that we're not rounding and overstretching the outside. Hands are on the floor. Exhale, fold. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Relax the back of your neck. Inhale, lift your chest up, flat back. Exhale, let's see if you can go a little deeper. Walk your hands back as much as you can. Fingers pointing in the same direction as your toes. Inhale, flat back, walk the hands forward. Walk the hands around to the front of the mat. And step back into plank. Hold here on your hands, your elbows, your knees, or your toes. You're going to press energy out through your heels if you're here with me. Otherwise, you stay on your knees. Tucking the tail, belly button pulls in. All right, no matter where you are, let's see if you can point your toes and bring the shoulders forward past your wrists, and then press the energy back through your heels so you're moving it back. Move forward past the wrists and press energy into those heels. So we're creating lots of heat in the shoulders. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back into downward facing dog. Let's bring that right foot forward, drop the left heel down, arms come out, and you are in warrior 2. Now tuck that tailbone under as much as possible, sinking into that front knee. Energy presses into the left heel. Gaze is over the front fingertips here. So think about pulling that left shoulder back. Reach through the left hand just as much as the right. Relax the shoulders. Oh, let's sink down. Let's really work the leg muscles here. Okay, so I know our breathing is probably quickened, so take this opportunity to breathe in for a count of 2 or 3 and out for a count of 2 or 3. Turn the right palm facing up, slide the left hand down the back of your left leg as you reach the right arm up and over. Go ahead and straighten that right leg as you continue reaching the right arm towards the back. We're coming into triangle here, so you're going to shoot the left hip back, reach through the right hand. Right hand will drop wherever it lands. Left arm comes up towards the ceiling. Relax that right shoulder, and now pull the front of the body in. Very nice. Good. Draw the ribs in towards those hips. Great job. Use your abdominals. So you're going to exhale it down. Use your abdominals. Come all the way back up. Pivot on the feet. Pivot on your heels. Now you're facing the other direction. Let's go into warrior 2. So sink into that front knee. Slipping and sliding. There we go. All right, so again, you're gonna take that right hip, left hip, level them out. Keep working into that front knee. Just continue breathing fully and completely. Left palm faces up, right hand goes down the back of your leg. Reach the left arm over your ear. Now go ahead and straighten that left leg. So we're trying to create as much length on the left side of your torso as possible before you shift into triangle pose. Doesn't need to look pretty, it just needs to feel good. So where are you feeling this stretch? Excellent. Exhale, look down. Make your way all the way back up. Pivot on your heels to face the front of your mat. And you can step the feet together here. We're gonna make our way down onto the floor. So let's do one more flow. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Make it lazy. Oh, there we go. Inhaling, flat back. And then exhale, step back, and lower all the way down onto your stomach. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, child's pose just for a moment. Walk yourself up into a kneeling position so that you can swing the legs around in front. We're going to come into a reverse plank. This one can be a little strenuous for the shoulder area. So before we even get started, I just want to show you what the shoulders should be doing. So right now my fingers are pointing out to the sides. I'm going to turn my fingers to face forward because I want to rotate the shoulders inwards. So once your shoulders are rolled inwards, then you can move the arms back. So what we want to avoid is opening and then pulling it back. So let's close it, legs out in front, fingers pointing in the same direction as the feet. Now that we've closed right up in here, I'm going to slide the arms behind you about 6 inches or so. Slight bend in the elbow. Now remember, in plank, when we do mountain climbers or any plank, we're pressing into the meaty part of the palm of your hand. Same thing here. Okay, roll the inner thighs inwards. Squeeze the legs together like you have never squeezed them together before. Can't speak today. Tuck the tail. Use the strength in the legs to lift. Option, knees are bent and you're lifting your hips this way. So I'm taking this option today, but feel free to take the straight leg option. And you can drop your head back if that feels okay. Otherwise, you can continue looking forward. Send your knees up and away. 2 more breaths. Exhale, release it down. And make your way all the way onto your back. How are we doing for time? Fantastic. From here, you're going to extend those legs straight up towards the ceiling. You're going to reach your arms overhead. Interlace your fingers and make this peaceful gun-looking position. So you're going to reach the arms overhead. As you exhale, you're going to drop your right leg and take your little gun over to the outside of the left thigh. Inhale, drop everything back down to the floor, legs are together. Exhale, left leg comes down. You reach up and over to the outside of the right leg. Inhale. Let's flow this with our breath. Exhale, you have 6. Exhale, 5. Exhale, 4. 3. 2. 1. Hug your knees into your chest. A little rock from side to side. Arms are going to come out to the sides, or you can bend your elbows, whatever works. Knees are at a 90-degree angle. You're going to drop the knees to one side, almost all the way down. You want to keep both shoulder blades on the floor. And then exhale, come all the way back up. Inhale, drop the legs over to the other side. And then on your next exhale, legs are back up. So let's flow this with our breath. Going to scoot over. Inhale, drop. Exhale, center. Inhale to drop. Exhale, center. Keep squeezing that belly button in. You want to make it harder, just make your legs straighter. So again, the name of the game here is who can keep their shoulder blades down the best. And that answer is you. One more per side. Cool. Okay, bridge position. So you're going to walk your heels as close to your bum as you can get them. You're going to bring that right knee into your chest. So keep the abdominals in a neutral position. You're lifting the hips up off the floor for 10. Inhale down. That's 9. And 8. Good. 7. 6. 5, dig into your heel. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. Let's go for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4, you got this, 3, 2, and 1. Keep your arms by your side as you extend the legs up towards the ceiling. We're going to crisscross the legs all the way down, or as far down as you can without the lower back lifting up. Once you have taken the legs as far away from you as possible, I want you to scoop the knees in. We're going to do a little lift. Take the legs back out and back up to where you started. So let's crisscross on the way down. When you get as far as you can, rock it in, come right back up, and down you go. Rock it in, and back up. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Cool. Split the knees apart, grab onto your big toes. Let's come into a happy baby. So your legs are at 90 degrees. And you want to press that tailbone down into the floor as you pull on your feet. If it makes more sense or if it's easier for you to hold on behind your knees, absolutely go there. It's gonna shift again. There we go. Good, so try to pull the knees right down to the floor without the tailbone lifting off the ground. Deep breaths. I'm gonna stay here for just a few more moments. While you're here, maybe you want to rock from side to side. All right, let's take that left foot across the right knee. Interlace the fingers and pull that right knee in towards you. Keep your left foot flexed as well, just to keep the ankles safe. So I just want you to hold there for just a few more moments. Release, switch legs. Just remember to flex your right foot. Okay, release there. Give it a rock from side to side. Gonna drop your feet. Keep your feet together and your knees together. And you're just gonna drop the knees out to the sides as you push the soles of the feet in. You can rest your arms by your side, over your belly, completely up to you. Close your eyes. And I want you just to relax your upper back, relax your knees. If this is hurting your knees, you can extend the legs straight out along the floor instead. Give it another moment or two before we come out of it. All right, let's pull those knees back in together. Just a little gentle rock from side to side with your knees. Make your way over onto the right side of your body. Slowly come up to a seated position. Interlace the fingers behind you. Open up your chest. Lift your chin. Try and expand across the front of the body as much as possible. And release, roll the shoulders out. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, bring the hands down to your heart center where they will stay. Close your eyes. And then namaste. May the light within me salute the light within you. And thank you so much for joining me for our quick little half an hour here today. Any questions? Any comments? How's everybody doing? It's a beautiful Tuesday. Just like yesterday was a beautiful Monday. So thank you to those of you who came and hung out with me today. If you are not joining me live, thanks for switching on some power yoga today. Again, any feedback, any special requests, thanks for the heart. And Elena, thank you for popping in for 5 minutes today. Thanks, Daniela. Bye, Ina. Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday.